Welcome to Bid on You, the podcast, where we help you navigate the chaos of life and experience the bliss of backing yourself. Hosted by yours truly, Marissa Lee. Every Friday, we sit down with creatives, artists, influencers, and just some regular folks to talk dating, adulting, faith, culture, and all the random thoughts in between. It's time to bid on you. So let's start the show. Welcome back to Bid on You. Today we are joined by the content creator that I literally put like ethereal creature. Like that's
so cute.
It's true.
Ethereal creature.
I want to say your name.
I'm gonna walk around saying
period.
that.
Like you're welcome. You know how we bid on each other here, so we give you a little moniker. I literally felt like I was about to say your name like Princess and the Frog, and I was about to be like Dani De Boulay. Like I was putting a lot on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It gave New Orleans.
I like that.
Super Bowl coded. But anyway, to talk about preparing for love to arrive, to be upon us, and then being in it, even wink, wink. So you may want it, but does that mean you'll be ready for it when it shows up?
Yep.
Hopefully we're here to help. And by we, I really mean her. So we're going to see what goes on. But you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Okay. So I'm Dani. I'm a content creator. I say I used to be an influencer, but now I'm like back in the space. But I used to like literally just write about self-love, but from a lens that was me like exploring outside of the church. But now I'm like exploring it while I'm like back in it.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like so excited to talk about self-love, like dating, being single, relationships. I feel like a lot of times we categorize them, like separate all the little phases of life. Yeah, like just the phase, not even love, but like I do feel like we treat romantic relationships different than platonic relationships.
Facts.
And I'm a writer, so like I feel like I'm an overthinker, and that's what got me being a content creator, because I'm just like writing, but I love
getting
writing.
It out of you.
Yeah, but I love writing about matters of the heart. So basically that's what I do in a nutshell. And all the overthinking about relationships, be it like platonic or romantic, I like writing about it.
Well, you've come to the right place. Like when it comes to the Overthinking Boulevard. But before we get started, make sure you follow the show, rate the show, like the show, keep up with the show, basically. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss a new episode.
I love that title.
No, but I like what you did there. Bid on love, since this will be hopefully dropping on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's. Why am I throwing it like a gang sign? We don't know. So I was like this. Gang. So let's start the show.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I'm glad that you said self-love, because that's number one question. We're going to jump right in.
Yes.
What does self-love look like for you on like a daily basis, and how has it shaped the way you approach relationships? Because I feel like self-love is so buzzwordy, and sometimes it's packaged as like low-key like selfishness, and people are calling it self-love, or it's just,
right,
baths and crystals and things that necessarily aren't really what self-love is. So what does that look like for you on a daily basis, and how does it sort of shape the way you approach your relationship?
Okay, so I think if we were to think about like a spectrum, right, there would be selfishness over here.
Okay.
And then you would have like selflessness on one end. But I think in the middle is self-love. So like, that's what I think personally, because with selfishness, that's when you're like, I'm just going to get mine. And then with selflessness, it's like, I'm not going to think about me at all. So I think with self-love, and this is how like the relationships comes into play. Self-love to me, like Bell Hooks says that her favorite definition about love is when you want like the best for your spiritual self. And so I think if we were to want the best for our spiritual selves, it would dictate how we treat ourselves, but also the relationships that we choose. Because if I love myself and I want the best for like my holistic spiritual being, like mind, body, soul, I'm not gonna hang out with people that drain me on a consistent basis.
Right.
I'm not gonna hang out with people that maybe discourage me from wanting more, or like make fun of me for dreaming big.
Right.
There's just like that balance, I think, that happens with self-love, because I do think self-love gets like a really bad rap.
It does.
About being selfish, like, oh, you're just out here. And I'm like, I think it's boundaries so that we all win. Like,
so I can love me, so I can love
you. Thank you.
And then you can love me correctly.
Or
we have to fight. There's no between. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I took it.
Or we just part our separate ways and still want the best for each other. Like,
or fight, whichever one.
I don't make the rules.
You said nuck if you buck.
Nuck if you buck. Because that's what's been on my spirit. But the Lord's, love yourself as you love your neighbor, Lord. You're right. I hear it. Okay, so it's funny you say that because All About Love is in there on that bookshelf.
Ooh.
But I was like,
that's my favorite writer.
I could see that.
She's my
I probably could have guessed it. Or I would have gone like maybe Toni.
Oh, Toni Morrison.
Yeah, well, see.
Her favorite quote, "You are your best thing." My favorite quote by her.
You know who I love? I love Zora Down.
Ooh, you know what?
Have.
I haven't read a full... Yes, I haven't read full work from Zora.
Okay, Their eyes were watching God.
Okay,
read it first and then watch it.
Yeah.
I really stick to reading it, but I mean, people say the movie is good, but like I feel like I just see it so vividly in my brain, and I've read it more than once, like in school.
Zora and Alice Walker, like those are two people that I'm like, that's next to me.
But I think Alice is scary. Is what the girl said, or is that Octavia?
See, you put Octavia Bell. Yeah, like I'm
not doing the scariness. Because life is scary enough. And Zora talks about that. You know what I mean? So there's that. Okay, so I love that. So we're going to walk it back a sprinkle. Because currently, you are in a courtship, if you will.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I was like, are we happy about it today?
Oh, no. I am. It's just that. No. I definitely am. It just requires I'm in a season of like learning that like it's very easy for me to be more selfish or selfless. Like it's very hard for me to have a balance of self-love in a relationship.
Woo-wee. Okay, talk to him.
I think I'm struggling because I think with like codependence, right? That's where like, I'm so codependent and like leaning on this person that like they're giving me all the things that I need. And it's like, that's like, to me, I feel like codependence is selfish. Then you have
really?
Like, yeah, I think if you think about it, because you're like, feed me, love me, I need you. You're like joined at the hip, like it's like literally our lifeline. Like, it's very selfish. But then hyper independence.
Why you look at me when you said it?
No, I'm saying me as well. I oscillate between. Look, my anxious avoidance. I oscillate between codependence and
this week. I'm really like, I'm gonna delete my phone. Just throw it out the window.
And when all is to say, when you're in a relationship, it's just like a mirror. Healthy relationships are just like a mirror of your like worst and best self.
Okay.
So I am learning like, I'm either like help me more in the selfish part, or I oscillate to like, I got it. I don't need you at all. I don't need you at all. Like it's just like I got this. Like
I
now
relate to that deeply.
You know what I mean? Now I'm trying to be selfless.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Because if I like take the risk to ask you for something, first of all, know that heaven and earth had to collide. Okay, things had to move in the realms for me to even ask you for something. Exactly. Hey, then don't let me ask you and it's giving that you don't really want to do it, or even a delay. Like I'm gonna get to it. So don't even worry about it, because when you come back, it's gonna be done. Right. And I shouldn't ask you to begin with. You know what I mean? That's like a whole crash out that maybe isn't ideal, but I think that's perfect because it leads us into what kind of gets you there. I feel like our habits, fears, mindsets prior to the relationships, or right now we're speaking about romantic, but it also is platonic right? Like the codependency side. I'll like sometimes, you know how you just be beefing in your mind and then like your friend can say something and you're like, like you're almost looking for a reason to fight, but really that's seeking love because you want the reassurance that like that's no matter what I do, you'll stick beside me. But that's not. We don't need to test people to know that.
Yes,
that's what we're having to learn.
Say it. Like,
well, yes.
To me, I am learning that I just need to voice my needs no matter what. Like that's an act of self-love. Like I think it is an act of self-love for me to just be like,
because what if they say no?
No, that's not the person for me. That's an act of self-love, is that I know for me because if my person, friend, mom, whoever it was, were to just tell me what they need, I would want to give it to them. I would almost feel offended that they're not asking me when it's within my power. It's like, I genuinely want to seek out ways to love you, and I'm like withholding from other people when I'm not being clear about my needs. So like that's something.
Wait, say that part.
I'm withholding love from other people. Like they have an opportunity to love me, and I'm being selfish by being like, no, I'm just gonna do it myself because I don't trust you to do it. And I don't want to start depending on this kind of love or like this source of love. And I just have to remind myself, like, self-love doesn't really monopolize it in any one source. Like it's very like I have love coming from myself, but I also have love coming from other people, and I have love number one coming from the Lord, and like it's I think the all or nothing mindset really it's like something that I'm like really trying to unlearn.
I'm very black and white. Actually, I'm working towards the gray. Let me switch my narrative.
Right?
Because traditionally, I have been very black and white, but I'm trying to catch my tongue and get it together.
Being black and white is great when you're like not sure if you want to be with that person, when you're trying to figure it out.
Really?
To me, like being black and white.
That's where I get messed up, because to me it's like, oh, so you hate me. Like, that's my black and white. Like, it's not cute. It's not like, oh, he either did this or he did that and it's a deal breaker. It's not like that. Mine is like, got it.
You just go for it at the end.
Because what am I supposed to think? Unless you show me the other thing, I'm going to think that. Like, the conclusion, me jumping to it.
Well, like, okay, so taking behaviors for what they are, I think, is really healthy before you, like, are committed to someone.
Okay.
Clarity before commitment.
Releasing our C's.
Yes, I was like, clarity before commitment. So I think, like, even in friendships, I will... I don't know, like for girl friendships, it'd be like, oh my gosh, that's my girl, like right away. And then you'd be like, oh, we got the clarity after we made a commitment of being friends. Woof. And now I'm like, I don't think this is what I want.
Now, why am I in it?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't think this is what I want to be a part of.
Nor should have ever been, to be fair. You're right, my bad. That's on me.
So I think, repeat that first part that you were just talking about.
I was just talking about, you were saying the behaviors and being able to be clear on things. Yeah.
Being clear. So like taking the behavior for what it is. So like now I feel like it's constant clarity. Like you observe the behavior and then you're like, hey, I noticed you did X, Y, Z. And it's constant like, okay, clarity. Because there's
communicate that though.
Yes.
See, that's the part I'm not going to do. Well, okay. Because why would I tell you that I noticed it? Because then that gives, she's pressed.
Well, yeah, you are pressed. You're a human. You're allowed to be pressed.
I don't need to be pressed if you're not pressed. Do you know what I mean?
But I think other people do. See, I think that's withholding an opportunity for someone.
Really?
Think
because
about
wouldn't you just do it if you wanted to?
But they don't know that it's a concern. Some people are so like, okay, for an example, like it's so hard, like for me to even call him a boyfriend because we're not like dating. Her man. There we go.
I'll do it for her because she wants to do it. So I just let it out. Let's get that out of the way.
So my man, that sounds even weird to say, but my man, like he is not pressed about most things in life.
He's a very sweet,
very chill.
I say that about him all the time. He's just a sweet spirit.
He is. He's just very chill.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Right, and so sometimes I'm like, why are you not pressed about this?
Hello, wake up. I'm sorry,
and I'm upset, and I'm the one.
Let me calm down. I'm gonna rally you up and send you back.
I'm just like, I don't. But the thing is, like, he is actually.
He just shows it differently.
Yes. So he.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He'll be like, well, I mean, it's gonna work out. Like, I am concerned. And he's like, well, voice to me your concern. And I'm like, well, you should just know. No. That's like, I need to voice my concerns because that way I invite him into my world. And then he can now be like, maybe I'm not pressed about this, but I know Dani, this is a concern for her. Because now I'm realizing there are very few things that get him going. Right. That I'm like,
yeah.
Why
and he's like, because I only have 3, so I have to lock in to make them count.
But even with friendships, like, I have certain friends that, like, if I don't tell them, like, hey, I'm 2 minutes away. Hey, I'm 1 minute away. Hey, I'm 5 minutes away. Hey, I'm 10 minutes away. Like, because with traffic, I'm like the multitasking. It's like, I just give them my location. Like, and you can just see where I am, and that's it.
Okay.
So because I know that you're pressed about that, but I know other people, like most of my friends, they're like, as long as you're not like 30 minutes late, like if I know you're outside, that's fine. And it's just me being aware of like who is pressed about that, because I'm a person.
That's true, because it's different strokes for different folks,
right?
It really is.
And it's not like, it's not like that's not like, you're a human, you have buttons, like,
and people press.
Right, people press your buttons that cause you to get pressed.
Yeah,
so it's just
I can't.
So it's just a matter of, I think, being honest and having that open communication.
Okay, so then I'm gonna skip around then because I feel like with that, how can you actively make space for that, like physically, emotionally, and mentally. The question originally was just like, for the kind of love that if someone wanted to do this, right?
Yeah.
How could they make space for the love they want to receive? So one of the things I think, we'll use me since I'm here, I guess, that I was just saying.
Let's talk about your love life.
We're not doing it. Y'all, it's against my religion to tell my business. You saw that black lady in Pakistan?
No.
I'll show her. Chat, basically. Wait, that's so funny.
Well, okay, can you just show it to me right now?
Can I?
Can you send that to me?
Like, and I'm not Muslim. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. He heard my cry, but it's still against my religion to tell y'all my business. So, when y'all know it, you'll know it, and it'll be so exciting. But until then, we'll just talk vaguely about it.
We can just talk. We're not going to tell the people your business. We'll tell them, like, the circumference of your business.
We'll give an example. So making the space physically, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
All of the above. Spiritually even. Yes. A girl could throw in. I could try to tweak my brain there. I think there's a blockage for women who, because someone actually asked about this, so we'll get to it in the bid section. Okay. But just if you've been single, if you're a really independent person, which I think a lot of women, and if you watch the show, your likely ambitions, you likely are. So we could go ahead and assume. Yep. But it's like, why would I be adjusting my mind to make space for someone that's like not here yet? Because that feeds into, A, I got it, I don't need it. And you kind of tell yourself that story. That may be true. Like, you may not be looking for someone. But then it also goes into, they're all connected into emotionally, where it's like, if I open up my mind mentally, if I open myself physically to the idea that someone could partner with me from a romantic standpoint, platonic for sure, but I feel like that I've moved and I've grown to where I can communicate that, right? I can say, hey, what's going on? In a way that with the male gaze, I've not quite reached, because I feel like emotionally, I'm opening myself up for you to hurt me, disappoint me, let me down. So I'd rather you not run amok, to be clear, but like if you're taking a long time to respond, I might be doing the same, to be fair, but not as long as you. But if you're taking a long time to respond, why would I say, hey, I really appreciate when you don't take so long to respond? Because to me, if you wanted to talk to me, you wouldn't take so long to respond. See what I'm saying?
Okay, with dating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just as an example. Okay. But I know the girls don't know this about me, and I don't know why I'm telling my business against my religion. But to my friends, and I told you this, I will be like, but to the person, I'll be like, And so that would go against my religion, right?
Showing up as your authentic self, that means you take up space. And so if if you take up space, now I guess like a man, a friendship, anyone can now see if they fit in that space. Because I think a lot of times we show up in like maybe a little inch of the space, and then someone comes in and they take up too much of it, or they don't take up enough of it, because that's what we offered. That's what we showed. It's how we showed up. And
what do you mean by they don't take up enough of it?
So sometimes I think if
they get in where they fit in and they don't think,
or maybe like because I've dated in the past where I was like, oh, I'm a chill girl. Like, me trying to pretend I'm the chill girl. No, I know that I'm not. I post about how like, I don't even want you to call me girlfriend because I'm a whole wife. I need you to.
Oh, see, you locked in beyond me. I need information on every step, but go ahead. But that's a comms degree. So I need to be communicated with.
But I'm the type of person that's like, I'm not chill at all. Like, don't treat me like a girlfriend. I need you to treat me like a future wife. I need your brain to be there. But in the past, I've been like, it's okay if we're in a situationship. I don't even need to be his girlfriend. Like, that used to be me. Yeah. And so I didn't take up enough space. I wasn't authentic. I'd be like, maybe I don't want to have kids if like the person is not an ideal, if the man is not like an ideal role model for kids. I'm like, well, Lord, I'm scared. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even be around the shoe.
But like if you're like looking at, have you honestly ever dated a man that you look at and you're like, if I had a son like you, I don't think I would like that son.
Damn.
It's like you love them, but you
don't
like
them. Exhibiting when you're getting on my nerves, I wouldn't want my child to exhibit. But like, I don't think that's you as overall. I just think like some of that I'm like, okay. But some of it I can fix.
See? But you see, some of it you can fix. But I've definitely I've settled in the past and dated someone that I'm like, because I didn't take enough space and say, no, I want to be a mom. No, I look forward to doing all this stuff. No, I like show up as my full authentic expression of myself. The person was like, well, that's all she wants. So this is all I gotta give. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I think showing up emotionally or like making space. I know. The showing up emotionally, also like therapy has helped me because I can take up all the space in therapy.
I have it today at 5.
There we go.
But I'm not going to tell her everything because I'm scared.
You better tell your practice with her. You paying that woman. You better practice with her to take up all the space.
I'm like, I thought about it, and I don't know if I agree. And so,
but disagree.
But not about me disagreeing, about me being like, I can't tell you. She'll be like, anyway, spit it out. She's a black woman. You know, I only fool.
Yes. It's so good to have a black therapist.
Like, how much time do we have? Not enough to be explaining everything to you. Keep it moving.
Oh, no, but they love it. And
right.
It helped me because I think, like, with my therapist, I don't think about, like, oh, I'm not telling the story in a linear way.
That's what I mean.
Like, you know how you're worried when you're talking to other people, or even myself, I'll be like, why am I, like, I'll, like, be journaling to myself, by myself.
You're like, why do I
and
say
be
that?
like, I'm wasting my own time.
Yeah.
Like, just talk about all these details while I'm journaling.
No.
And I'm like, I'm even putting my own self on a time clock. So, like, to have a therapist that just lets you take up all the space naturally, organic. You get used to that. And
really?
Then
I need to get used to it.
Start like that's training wheels. I think like to me, talking to my therapist has been training wheels for me in a relationship because I'm like, okay, I expect a certain level of validation coming back from someone that my therapist has
an engagement.
Yes,
interest,
active
concern,
listening,
support.
Right, and the like, you know, and the. You know what I mean? Like all of that, I feel like I'm practicing it with her.
That's so true. And they teach you like how to advocate for yourself, boundaries and whatnot, because it teaches you like, I remember a therapist I had years ago. And I remember when I finally got to a place where I was telling her, it's not giving much, girl, these days. And I think I like just outgrew her in that space and
which
who I was when I came to her. Right. And so we move, but I think, loved her down. But I remember one day when I was kind of like, I feel like you're just like, now granted, I get in there and I yap. You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel bad yapping to people without their control at all on a normal day, you know? But like, I'm like, girl, do you have anything to say? You know what I mean? And I think
she was just like taking it all in.
Hello, maybe, who knows? Maybe she wasn't listening. But I told her like, this is making me feel this way. And I was like, and then afterwards I was like, no, that means it's working. Because you were able to speak up
for yourself.
Even to the therapist that's teaching you that.
Yeah, I feel like even now, like you were like, is everything okay? Everything is great in the relationship. It's just that I have become so accustomed to advocating for myself that sometimes I feel like all I do is complain because I'm just speaking my mind. But thankfully, I have a partner that is like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. And they don't see it as a complaint where I'm like, I'm just complaining. And it's like, no, I'm voicing a concern that if I don't, it's going to turn into bitterness and contempt.
Fact.
Like, that's the thing. Like, if I really care about this relationship and myself at the same, I think self-love is where it's like, you know, I want this holistic spiritual best for myself. And if I'm choosing that relationship, that means I need to be the best version of myself for that relationship, for all my relationships. That's self-love.
Facts. And I feel like it's also opens you up to all of the love, like you're saying, like not just self, because it starts with you, right? But if we're talking about, you know, how can I prepare for the love that I deserve, I'm calling in that I want, right? If that is, it kind of sounds like we're saying one of those things is practicing taking up space.
Yes.
Practicing advocating for yourself.
Yes.
Even if that's at the nail salon, tell her that's not how you want your set to look.
Please do
like,
it.
Come on.
Please
we can practice
do it.
small. That feels really big, I know, to people. So something else. But, you know, just slowly but surely, like your parents, that's a big one. But once you start doing that, you really be ready to tell anybody what's going on.
Well, think about it. With our parents, like I even now, I have to kind of like take a little bit away. The Bible says you leave your parents' home and then you join with somebody else.
When we get at the altar married, I will.
I get that, but you have to start practicing it a little bit with your parents to say like, oh no, I can't send you money. Like, or there's going to be a point. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be like a moment in life where it's like,
but I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? There's going to be a point where it's like, oh no, I can't do that as your child anymore because I'm phasing into another. Yeah. And maybe even, well, this comes back to the original question, like what does it look to create space for a future relationship? For me, I had to stop supporting my parents financially to a certain degree and help them in other areas because I was like, I can't set myself up for success financially and move on to the relationship and build my own family if I'm kind of working backwards. And so that's another area.
Cycle breaker.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's another area of like what that looks like. So we have emotionally, we have like, I even think spiritually, it's making sure that like I am prayed up, prayed down all around. And I do have like spiritual mentors and people that are pouring, even a community. I think a lot of times people wait until they get into a relationship to all of a sudden have community to help them figure out if this is the relationship that they need, when it's like,
girl, we don't even know you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Tell you. Don't know him, don't know you, don't know neither one of y'all.
But you know, like that has happened before. Facts. Where it's like,
or they do I've seen where they run away from community.
Yes.
Where it's like friendship, community, homegirl. It's like, and girls, for whatever reason, I know patriarchal society, but are like classic for this. Men don't really do it. They be like, I'm going to boys' night, and then you looking crazy. But they very much will be like, my man, and forget who was with you shooting in the gym. And I feel like I make every effort, relationship, not relationship, to be like, me and my girls, you see what I'm saying? We locked, because at the end of the day, they were there before you, and Lord willing, they'll be there after. Lord willing, there won't be an after, but they're going to be in all the different stages, right? So why would I throw, and that's across the board, like friendships, family, all of that. Like, why would I throw someone to the side because I got this thing that I was putting on a pedestal?
Yeah. And I think like invite them in. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like when you get a new job and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this so much.
True.
Like if your job has like bougie perks, you're going to be like, hey guys, come to my office.
Right, come on down.
Come on down.
Right.
There are all these perks. Like,
that's
look at
it.
But so I think for me, like a lot of what I do with my man is like we hang out with our friends and like I'm not like all over him, but like, you know, we're having fun. We're doing game night. Yeah. We're like doing podcasts together with our friends. Like I think like sometimes it feels like people just isolate themselves completely.
Just the two love cocoon.
Because they're just like off in this little bubble, the love cocoon by themselves, where it's like, let's invite other people into this as well. So I think that's a huge part. Okay. And then I do want to talk about money. I do think that
go ahead, tell the people.
A lot of times people do not start getting their money together until they get into a relationship. And that is I have seen so many, or maybe women like this is
women
a
are
version.
counting on getting in a relationship.
Yes.
No, sir, not me.
Where a woman. No, honestly, I don't even think this is a gender bias thing. I think there are a lot of times
because men will be like, oh shit, because I don't have.
Or you know,
why
people
did you
who
need me to come along to make you lock in.
Yes, but okay, so we're making space for the right type of relationships, right? So I think a lot of times maybe we won't be where we want to be financially, and that can cause us to choose relationships that maybe we shouldn't be in. So it's like, okay, making space might be saying no to something that's not right for your financial situation.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And then pausing and then saying, like,
not men doing it better than us.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I had to pause for a second for me and be like, I don't think I have the energy to focus on men because I want my credit score to
get my
go
bag up. Right.
I think I want to build this part of the business. I don't think I need to focus on. You
rarely hear that, I feel like, from women's end. But I do think, I have this argument a lot, so we have to, I'm sorry, we got to rest here for a minute, is that men, I talked to my brother about this. I know, like, we're in a patriarchal society. They set it up. They did it to themselves. Let's be clear. Maybe not all black men because they kind of inherited this, but they locking in as well in misogynoir and whatnot. However, I think there is this rhetoric of like, I got to be here and I got to have my bag, and then I'll add a woman to it. Whereas, like, I shared this before, like, I really like the perspective of building with someone. I feel like my parents were very much like equals, partners, like very same. And so that's like what I desire. And I think what I'm running into in LA especially, or like now in adulthood, is like the older you're getting, ideally the more you're making, like where I live, what I drive, I feel, and I like to travel. Like I feel like men form an opinion just from like a little viewpoint. And then they're like, oh, I can't match that freak basically. And I feel like it's like, okay, that should be woo. But it's also frustrating because it's like, you don't even know the sitch. And I think that they assume that I will be like, you're not up to par. Because they may not know that I'm like, I don't need you to be, please don't be anybody's bum. But I don't need you to have the corner office yet. I'm down for like us to be going to our corner offices together. Because I do think the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. You finding me will put favor on your life. That's going to help you get there. Yeah. But it doesn't mean like it's not a Bobby Brown 2 can play that game where I'm finna feed you, you can lay up on my couch. You know what I'm saying? Truly, there's an in-between. But I think for men, I think a lot of that mindset comes from women having to multitask. Literally, when we're little girls, we're given baby dolls to play with and dishes to clean. Like, what? And they get a truck. just that one truck they be going back and forth with. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, we kind of think of it as like job, no sleep, another club. Like literally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they think of it as like, I get this, then I get this, then I add that to it.
Then add a woman.
Yeah. So if you don't meet them where they feel like they're at the adding stage, then it's like, okay, my bad.
Well, I always say, okay, this is what I think. I think you should pursue the lifestyle you want, both single and in a relationship. And then date for lifestyle. Like, I think honestly, like when you're dating, creating space means saying no to people who do not function within your lifestyle that you have. So, but the thing is, I think you could be bougie on a budget. I have been broke, but I didn't look broke. I wasn't acting broke. I didn't
carry myself with a broke spirit.
Thank you.
That's tea. Because I have met men when it ain't even giving what they think is given, and they still like.
But you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, can you hang with someone like
hello?
Can you hang? Because there might be a point where in a relationship you will be broke.
Hello,
together. That person
for rich or for poor.
That man can lose his job at
for better or for worse.
I need to know what kind of spirit you're going to bring into the relationship.
How do you handle different things?
For a moment I'm the breadwinner, or like for a couple of years.
Heaven forbid, 30 minutes.
But you know, like what happens? What happens if the Lord calls you to stay home with the kids? And I'm like, oh, I'm going. Are you going to crash out
and start being a meanie?
Thank you. And so I think it's like date for lifestyle. If your lifestyle sounds to me egalitarian, an egalitarian lifestyle, meaning? Where both of us are like pursuing our passions, where both of us are bringing the bag home, where I am traveling. We travel together, but I'm traveling with the girls. You're traveling with the guys. Right. That's a lifestyle mindset. Yeah. And I think you can do that broke. And when you're affluent. And
you can go to San Diego, or you can go to
and then there are other people who maybe it's like less egalitarian, where it's more of a traditional, where the woman is like, I don't want to work. I don't want to have to think about where the money's coming from. Just hand me the credit card. And I'm so sorry.
I
know your face said hell.
I don't want to judge people.
I know some people, they're like, I would love that. And I know some men that say, I would love that. I would love it. Come home.
But that's not for me in my house.
It's not for you. As for you in your house, that shall not.
We will serve the Lord, and we will not serve him like fools. Because the only way you can put your full trust and faith in is God. Okay? So what do I look like? Not knowing where any money is or coming from. And I'm just solely relying on this man and his whim.
But anyway, it's good. We good.
Yeah. I just got like hot, and then I thought everything else did.
Because you're thinking of a lifestyle that wasn't designed for you.
I'm sorry.
I don't think any lifestyle is better than the other. I do think we just have to be honest and see like what strengths. Because I know I have some friends that their husband, they make all the money, but they have 3 kids. And a house that they have to, they're maintain. The CEO of the house.
That's work. I just mean make sure you have paperwork as well if you need it. That's all I'm saying. Take care of yourself at all costs. Yes. That's self-love.
But see, they weren't just sitting on their hands until that man came into the life. They were working. You know what I mean?
People are though.
But so that's my thing. It's like, if this
that's
is
a way to prepare. We should add financially, spiritually, physically, mentally,
I
emotionally.
Think financially is huge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the number one reason why divorce exists.
Yeah.
Is money. Because I don't think we practice it. I don't think we practice like what money means spiritually when we're single, and like what money means spiritually when we're in relationships.
What does that mean?
Dating. Because like, think about it. Where your money is, there your heart is also. Right? That's what the Bible says. So like, if I'm putting my money in making sure that I travel, that I look a certain way, that my hair is done a certain way, that's a lifestyle that I want. I am actually a budget girly. I don't look like a budget girly. And so, for example, one part of argument that we have had as we're preparing for a wedding, he was like, I don't understand why you don't want the luxurious big da-da-da-da-da. Because
I would never have thought. I would have thought it'd be the other way around. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I don't actually want the luxurious wedding and the big to-do. I want an intimate gathering with friends and family. I don't want to go through debt. I don't want to go into debt to impress people for one day.
That's fair.
I don't want that. And but the thing is, I do come across as someone who's like, I want the caterer, and I want the cake, and I want the dress. And I was like, I don't care if my dress is $100. If it looks cute and it's white and it goes with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it looks
not purple.
You know what I mean? If it goes with the vibe and we have an intimate, that's what I want. And it's just us coming together and being like, this is the type of lifestyle that I want. I would rather you put that 10 to 20K in a bank account for us. I would rather that be my wedding present, because that's how I've lived my life up until this point.
So it's really just about setting habits and standards for yourself that you can carry into a relationship.
Because I've never been the type of girly to pay for designer things, to pay for designer whatever. I'm the type that's like, I go on a trip maybe once a year because that's what my bank account can afford, and all the rest I'm aggressively putting into like no debt, like getting rid of all of that debt. And like me finding out, dating men that like they own their own houses and they have more debt than I do. And it's just like, oh, because you wanted, you have a certain type of lifestyle.
I see.
Where I'm like, to me, that stresses me out. If you lose your job today, you got all this debt. You got to figure out.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's just like
knowing yourself before you can bring someone else into that.
Exactly. And I've also dated men who are like, oh, I'm the type of person that I want to spend all my money and leave this earth with none. And I'm like, you don't believe in generational wealth? Like, you're not.
Yeah.
That stresses me out. But for some people, they're like, YOLO.
If it we ball.
Right. And then till the day I die. And I'm like, that's
so funny.
No.
I love that.
But they lived their life that way.
Child, we gonna start winding down. So I think it's twofold. I'm gonna put them together. But I think with your sitch, right, and your courtship headed towards marriage, we've had this conversation. Like, some people might say that's quick, that's fast, that's in a hurry, right? Some people might say you knew what you wanted, y'all both know it yourself, so you can know that person and get it going. Why wait? So, how do you balance being intentional about love without forcing or rushing the process?
So it's just healthy detachment. So healthy detachment from
get over it.
Right? From the person, but then also a healthy attachment to God. So like I won't rush something, I won't force something if I'm more in love with God than the person that I think maybe he sent me. So if I'm more focused on getting clarity from the Lord rather than getting a commitment with this man, then I won't rush it. I won't force it. And I almost need to like, it's surrender. It's like, God, this is scary. Like I literally have to pray this every day. I'm like, if you take this away from me, and
you're right,
glorifies you, like I have to be okay with that.
That's hard.
It is. I have to be totally okay with that. Maybe for some bizarre reason,
you'll crush me like a jelly bean.
Us being, and maybe it's because like God wanted us to be together up until a certain point, refine each other up until a certain point, and then maybe the next one is the person I'm supposed to be with. I have to be totally okay with that. And also, I don't think I'll try to force anything if I'm not putting the cart before the horse, because I think like once we start treating a man like a husband, then we're annoyed that he's not our husband yet. Or if we start treating a man like our boyfriend, then we're annoyed that he's not our boyfriend. It's like, don't
treat that man like a stranger. That's what I'm gathering.
I mean, that's what Song of Songs says, don't awaken love before it's time. So it's, and I'd be like,
you up, girl? So
yeah. So I think it's just like healthy detachment, but also like healthy attachment to what God wants for you. And I think like that balance.
It's a tough one. I've been actively praying. I think like I've been asking the Lord, like, okay, now let me be clear. I haven't prayed the one that I know is a gutter. And I told God yesterday, Lord, I haven't prayed it because I can't take it right. I'm just going to tell you. But we know the prayer. Y'all know the prayer. I talk about it often on this show. If this ain't it, God, remove it.
Yep.
Now, see, me emotionally right now, I'm not stable enough for that. So I haven't said that per se, but I've just been like, will you grant me like clarity if like I'm supposed to hold on to this, or like peace if I'm supposed to let it go. And I think that I don't feel necessarily peace regardless. And I think that's tough because I think there's like the emotional side that can cloud. And I think
so it's like unease.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling really anxious in general right now. We'll talk about that off cam because it's against my religion.
To talk about her business.
So
she'll talk about her therapist at 5.
You're there. But I think because that's God approves of that. So it's not my religion. That's God. It's above me. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But anyway, no, I don't. But I just think like, I don't know. I'm just feeling like when you're already like, I think I have, okay, Holy Spirit, help me. I think I have something that's saying to me all the time, like, you always have to let things go. You always have to let things go. You never get to hold on to things. And I think there's a grief around that. And I've been talking to God about it. And so because of that, he could be saying, this is it. Wait 30 minutes. This is it. It's coming tonight. But I'm just like, oh, okay, one thing didn't go right. Or, oh, this took 2 hours. Or, oh, this person said this. See, signs. And I don't want to see it because I'm upset. You really telling me that's not it all the time. So it's like my brain leans negative no matter what, but it's still something that I want. So it's like, where in that is clarification?
Well, you said something. You were like, oh, I feel like I never get to hold on to things. You get to hold on to God. That's the only thing that we can't hold on to. Everything else is so temporal. That's the only eternal thing that we get to hold on to. So I think every day reminding myself and then being just grateful that I do get to, like, even friendships, sometimes I'm like, man, that person's moving, or I'm
so tired of that.
Right.
Everybody leaving LA. Like,
right. And
what's going on?
I mean, I just moved here from LA because all my friends left New York.
Yeah,
so I was like, why am I here? Everyone went to southern states to like build families or, you know, Midwestern states because it's more affordable.
That's what I think is starting to give as I in the 20s and look. The 30s are out there in the horizon. The people are saying that, and that's making my throat tighten.
In the mid 30s, and you will let go of so many relationships from your 20s. It'll just be the season of letting go.
Great. He's like, get over it.
It's the season of letting go what you thought the relationship with your parents should look like. It's the season of letting go what you thought different friendships should look like. It's just like different letting go of so much. And so I think what you get to hold on to is the version of you that comes out at the end of all of that. Like, that's the only thing that you can hold on to is this is who I am and grew into while I was in this relationship. So it's not like you're losing because at the end of it, you gained a new perspective. You gained a new lesson. You gained a newfound love for yourself. Maybe you gained a newfound hate or, you know, aversion to a personality trait that you're like, oh,
not an aversion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
fair.
At the end of the day, like, I don't know. It's kind of like being grateful for heartbreak because it is.
It's a stretch, but I'm listening.
But being grateful for like the clarity that comes with heartbreak.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm an Enneagram 4, so like even sad things kind of make me feel good.
Oh, well that explains.
It does, right? But you know what I mean? Like I get to me, because you know how the psalmists be like, I'm so sad, Lord. I can't believe
lamenting.
You're so far away from me. Do you even exist? And at the end, they'll be like,
you my main man.
Yeah. They'll be like, I feel you in the midst of all this struggle. And I feel you. Da-da-da. And that just reminds me that like in the midst of all this heartbreak, the only one that I have really to depend on is God and me. So like me and God in this together. So
ain't no switching up.
Right. And so I think like once you reframe that, it's like, well, God, like, what were you inviting me to learn from this relationship, from this friendship, from this workplace, like from whatever it was? What were you and I? That's a relationship that'll never die.
What if it's like something he didn't want you to experience first?
How do you know that?
Well, and we finna get ready to go. It says, well, you know, here I have it written. Literally me trying to move on. Lastly, what are the biggest misconceptions that people have about preparing for love?
This is what I say. Like, we don't know what God's will is for our life. Like, all I know is to be obedient every single day on a daily basis because his mercies, they come new every single morning. All I can do is wake up and say, I'm going to obey you to the best of my ability. I think a lot of times we're like, okay, I'm going to contrive this plan called God's will and then follow it A to Z.
God, this is the new God's will. This is new, it's in stores.
But you know what I mean? And then you tell God, like, hey, God, Father God, I'm letting you in on what your will is for my life. This. Please let this relate. Like, we just don't know. And I think, like, a lot of times we think of failed, like, dating. You know me, I say date them all. Date them all. But in a healthy way of detachment. I mean, if you're doing it right, you don't need no safety now.
That's what I mean. Don't even go there. Safety first, meaning you won't even get there.
Right. But like having a healthy detachment from the people that you're dating and having a healthy attachment to God, where it's like, if you're not this, but guess what? I enjoyed myself. I learned.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, like I learned so much.
Not a handshake.
No hard feelings. Like I got to that point because I am a lover girl. And so I got to the point where I was like dating 4 guys at once. But it wasn't because my heart was in it with all of these. It was just like, exhausting. No, I'm getting to know what they're about. I want to know what their lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like
the girl was hungry.
Well, I don't like dinner dates.
Really?
When I'm for dating. I think dinner's for commitment personally. Because
strict.
I do. I think like
I like get me something to eat personally. So.
Well, if we're gonna do like a dinner date, let's like grab some tacos and like walk around. Well, I guess but
it depends. If it's with a date, I don't mind like a lunch date.
Yes,
yeah, that's
and
cute.
like walking around because I don't know. I want to see them
evening moment too.
I want to see them interact. Like I want to see. Things,
I
want to see things happen and like problems happen.
You playing Sims on a
but
date.
You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to see them in real life, or it be
in
like
their natural habitat.
Yes. So I remember New York.
That's a great place for that. So.
Yeah, New York's great.
I love a New York date.
You
don't worry about why, but
it's like, we can go to like here in LA. I think it's more so let's go look at this really cool house and just look at the house and like admire it. It's like an architectural design for a house. Now I'm kind of seeing like what kind of family man you are because I kind of want
kids
this.
could go here.
Get in a lifestyle, and it's not like love bombing. It's just like I'm telling you, this is
what I
want.
How you think.
This is what I want. I'm being unapologetic about this. Is what I want.
It's not love bombing. It's just bombing.
I'm just
the bomb is going to explode. Are you going to be around or not?
Like, look at what we could have.
This
is what I want.
Yeah,
and you could take it or leave it. Oof. And so like, and then the next date it was like a museum date to where I was like, I'm the type of person that does love going out, does love staying in or this kind of thing. And I think like the gentleman wasn't really all about like traveling too far. I think like I remember it was just like, we're kind of like traveling too far. Or another gentleman, it was like, yeah, my schedule only like allows for every other week. Well, that's not really the type of like person I am when it comes to, because I want to get to know you like on a not every
like
day.
Being strict, legit.
Yeah, to me, I think like I had to tell myself to stop committing to. The misconception I thought was that like if I date someone and really like them, then that's it. And I'm stuck with them. And it's like you can actually really like someone and they not be for you, and just let them linger a little bit. Because not every good guy is the right one. So you can have like 4 good guys. Like I was dating 4 great guys and I had to spend more time with all 4 of them. And for me personally, I had to like, they all knew that I was dating multiple guys because I was like, I'm not exclusive with any of them yet. But just me personally, I'm like, I'm still getting to know all of you. And my personal preference.
In due time.
Right. I was like, they're either going to eliminate themselves and be like, hey. And I did have one guy because I remember he was like, I cannot give you what you need. Like he was like, I love that. I love when a man has that epiphany. I can't give you what you need. I just wish they'd
have it the day they laid eyes on me.
They can't. It takes time.
No, because now it's wasted time.
It takes time.
And wasted emotion.
I know, but
they typically tell me after I care.
But see, why don't you show up as your authentic self before you start caring?
You knew what it was when I met you.
Before you start caring, just lay it all out. Like, be pressed before you start caring.
I said, I'm not.
See, be pressed. If they late, I was like, why are you late? If that's something that actually bothers me, why am I pretending like it doesn't bother me? Like, just be pressed before I start liking them. Yeah. And that way I know that when the feelings start developing, I'm like, okay, this is true. This is like real. And I can start
on these terms. Basically.
Thank you. They actually know who I am. I have been, they have seen me up here. They have seen me down here. They have seen me at my bed.
They're accepting it.
And they're accepting
they're locked in.
Right. Like I like having one time where I like, cause I love working. I love working so much. I love the fulfillment it gives me. Same. I love it so much. I love just winning. A passionate girl. I love succeeding.
Right.
And so
look at what I did. Look at it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
And so
basically,
I remember
it came out of my brain. The Holy Spirit dropped it into here, and I produced it.
Right.
Magic.
And so if I'm like with a man, be like, oh my gosh, look at this project. Like, these are all the exciting parts of my project. If that man does not light up and ask me questions about my project,
so you hate me. It's back to hating you. I told you, all the roads lead back to that.
But that's just me going, I don't like that about them.
Oh, I got
it's not. I don't care. I could care less about how they think.
I think
about
I
me.
went past that.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just getting to the end. I'm just getting because spoiler. That's what it means. So he hates you. I'm just kidding. No, he doesn't.
But see, for me, I think I had to get over it's really just about what I want. And so if I do something where I want in a life partner, I want in a husband, and they didn't reciprocate that way, I'm either gonna call it out and be like, hey, like, why didn't you ask me questions about my project? Like, I really want, and not in like why didn't you ask me questions? It'd be like,
what was that?
Yeah, be like, curious. Hey, and
be curious.
Yeah, like, hey, you know what makes me feel like really great about myself is when like someone asks me questions about a project that I spent a lot of time on, and just us lingering in this moment.
I'm screaming.
Like, I know. My man, he says that the word for me, if you were to describe me in a word, is linger. He's like, you just want to like linger in emotions, in like the process.
Nothing is fast.
Nothing.
We're lingering. Except the courtship. I'm not gonna linger through that. But you're gonna linger at the altar.
But I think my misconception is that like I can't linger in liking somebody before a commitment is made, and I could like multiple people at once before any of them make a decision. And for me personally, I don't think personally, this is because how I want my relationships to start. I want a man to go, I need you to stop dating all those other men, and I need you to date me and only me.
What if people like to focus on one at a time?
If you like to focus on one at a time, I do think that like, don't block your blessings, because if you are in a highly attractive state, like I think that when you're healthy, you're attractive. And when you're like thinking differently and your mindset has shifted to a healthy, like you are like going to have abundance more. You know how that works. You have like abundance where all of a sudden you're like 5 men showing up at the door.
Yeah, I'll be like, but it just don't be the right ones. That's the problem.
But that's okay. If it's not, just keep it moving. It's fine. But let them know like, hey, I am seeing someone right now. It's not exclusive yet. We haven't like locked it down as a commitment. I
don't have bandwidth.
To what?
It's all I can do to talk to one of y'all.
Well, that's fine, but don't you don't have to be committed until you're sure. Until he's sure. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you. I'm not giving out girlfriend and wife privileges on a question mark budget.
There you go. Okay. But that even means like being pressed. Like
being pressed is being committed?
I think being pressed if they were to like talk to somebody else.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Then I'm committed.
See, you're committed.
I mean, married.
That's commitment.
Let's move this ring over here because I'm so
But do you see how I'm saying like if you would be upset that
I would be upset if Aaron Pierre was dating somebody. Like, I don't think you gotta know yourself. I'm gonna take it back to the top. Because
do know yourself.
Know yourself. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have some girlfriends that could have some girlfriends that I have some girlfriends.
I have a lot of
like
friends that'd be like, that's crazy. You know?
And
so I don't tell the people. I just tell my friends and they're like, you sound great. And I'm like, am I right?
I have some friends that are opposite of me.
Yeah, I do.
I have my best friend is opposite of me. Same. Where she's like, nope, I like this.
Sorry, love you.
Right? But you know what I do? Because I'm a friend, I act as her boyfriend every once in a while. And I'm like, have you got yourself flowers in a while? And I'll just mail her flowers. Because I'm like, you know what?
For myself the other day.
You know, there you go. But it's like, if you have friends, I think that are filling the space.
Yeah.
I think it's just, to me, I think we don't have enough mirrors to kind of compare.
That's so fair.
And
I think that's what makes you feel like, that honestly is what I'm getting into. We got to end this episode.
I know,
but that's what it's getting into with the misconceptions of it all. I feel like everything is put onto romantic love. But when you get to a place, now they probably gonna get on my nerves tonight after I say this, but when you get to a place where you really feel like platonically you found people who love you in a way, it puts that bar up there. Because it's
I'm like, if you were a man, this would be the best marriage ever.
I have friends who are romantic in the way that they think about me, not in a sexy time way.
Because clarity is romantic, friendship
is romantic. They communicate, they care about me.
Consideration.
They're like, they're root for me. They believe in me more than I believe in myself. So why am I looking to this man to be like, what you think?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And I think like, go back to that bar. I think it's a misconception to be like, I hold these standards for my friends,
but not for
this man.
And that's how, ain't that the world we live in?
But I for me personally, I know I like dating them all, and then having one being like, stop dating them all, I'm the one. And then for me to be like, prove it for a little bit.
So, well,
you know, like prove it for a little bit. Because my man right now didn't just say like this, and then I was like, let me just drop everybody.
I thought that's how it did happen.
No, okay, I was dating multiple people when we first met.
We'll file your applications with the others.
And I said yes, and then
we'll see.
Slowly but surely, because he was taking up the space.
Yeah. Ooh, he got that calendar book locked. Ugh.
But that's how it should be if you're a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so preparing for love really is all the things that we talked about, but the misconceptions around that are that like you have to like arrive to something. Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think like the misconception is that if love is not like locked down, then it wasn't there at all. Like, I think there's
if romantic love.
Yeah, or even friendship. Like, because I've had friendship breakups where they were low key, but they are. Those
me and mine got back together, but it was rough. We have an episode about that. It's like the 4th episode, so go watch it.
Friendship breakups are tough, but at the end of the day, I can say like I can look back fondly on that, and I learned so much and grew, and I love the version of who I am now because of that person. And having that same energy with romantic relationships, I think we should have that, because I think like we think like, ugh, I failed. I think the misconception is because we didn't get into the commitment, that relationship was a failure.
Correct.
No, it's clarity's success. If you can walk away from that man, that woman, that job offer.
And you left it all in the field.
And I was clear. I was honest. We inspired each other. I enjoyed myself with them. And you get clarity at the end of that. That is success. You are growing. I don't know that I'd
be doing the first two, but
think about it. That's growth.
I don't do the clear and honest part.
But see, like if
I do once it's like safe, but it just feels like apparently I have to do that to get to the safety. It's well, that's why we're not about to talk about me. We're going to move into bids, which are questions, letters, etc. that y'all sent in, because clearly I didn't know this was intervention. So what y'all honestly sent in a lot of questions, a lot, and they were fun. I do want to keep this one this was kind of fun, because I feel like I'm real practical, as you know. She said, basically like, how do I get more comfortable with dating, especially after being single for a long time? And since you out here with everybody not nailed down, not nailed down sounds crazy. You know what I mean? But you're an equal opportunity employer.
I am an equal opportunity employer.
When I say that, I mean racially. I don't mean several.
Yeah.
I just mean God put us all here together. So let's see what's going on.
Okay, so I do think this is a misconception. I think especially in the Christian world, we think that like, I can't date nobody but my husband. It's okay. Like you can go. I believe that you can go out and date a bunch of people. You can have physical boundaries. You don't got to kiss them. You got to hold their hand, and you can communicate them. I was communicating that to them. Like, I don't do physical things with someone until I feel safe. I communicated to the men. I was like, I'm a demisexual. Until an emotional connection has been formed, it actually feels really weird for me to do things like kiss and hold your hand.
Well, okay.
I'm just like, you feel like a stranger. Like, that's just how I feel.
Okay.
But I just communicated that.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't do that.
So you know.
Right. So that they'll know what they're signing up for.
It's also about reminding yourself of that. Because I feel like I communicated, and then if you don't stand on business, it's kind of like, okay, girl, you're just talking.
No, what is it? That book on boundaries. No Boundaries, Find Peace. Or Find Boundaries, No Peace. She talks about
is that Nedra's book?
Yes.
I love her so much.
Yes. Okay, so she talks about how like you can communicate a boundary, but you need to enforce it.
Right. Like, otherwise, we're just talking. I'd be like, you think I'm a joke? And it's
right.
Like, well,
communicate it, set it, but then enforce it.
It's hard.
And like there should be consequences when the boundary has been overstepped
for yourself.
Yes. So getting comfortable with dating is like honestly just putting yourself out there. And
what does that look like? Like if this person's like, okay, I don't want to go on the apps, but I do want to get back out there. What is that?
Maybe that looks like searching for mixers of things that you're interested in. If you're an artist,
cute.
there are creative mixers out there. I did this for friends. So like and you know, there were men there. So I did when I moved
out there in the wild.
When I moved from LA, I literally went to Eventbrite and was like, I want to network with women in social media. So I found groups with like women in data or women in social media, and those are clubs that I'm a part of. Like there's the 222 app where you can like go out
to the dinner thing.
Yes, the dinner and like the comedy things, and they curate. There's like all these cute curated things that are out there. You can literally just Google to do the in real life and not like the apps if you want to do that. I mean, we kind of need to use technology these days to like connect with each other. But there's all these communities if you're into friends. Like right, and like I think friendships can help us get back into dating, like and just tell your friends I'm ready to get back into dating. Your friends might know people. They might just be that like co-ed hangs like that just game
just
nights.
Keeping your eyes peeled.
Keep your
eyes peeled for my friends, because I'd be like and they'll be like, well, why do you think that? I don't know, I think the Lord told me. Like, I don't know, girl, you look into it, but I think y'all can talk. So I don't know though. That's what I always sign off with. I don't know though.
I think like we just put so much pressure, because do we think about that when we're like, I need to go make friends? Are we like, oh my gosh,
will I meet them on an app? Will I meet them in real life? Will I meet them in a hat? Will I meet them on a mat? Like, it's not Dr. Seuss.
What do I need to hide from them? Like, what things do I need to tell them? Like, we're just like, whatever
hey
happens.
Girl,
that's
I love your jacket.
Literally it.
Damn. Whoa.
And I believe love is friendship on fire. Like, that's all it is. That's what I believe. That's what love is. So let's just like just get to know them in this very platonic way, and things will not.
We gonna close out. We always ask our guests at the very end.
What are you gonna ask me?
How are you going to bid on you in this next season of life and love? That's a special Valentine's insertion. I know. You were there. You caught it.
I'm going to bid on myself by choosing self-love. And right now, choosing self-love looks like not putting my eggs in either the codependent basket of me now being in a relationship with a man that's like, I want to marry you, because I can easily just go adopt me, change my last name, and just go all
adopt
in.
is crazy.
You know
Foster
what I mean?
child me.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be fostering, but yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could easily go that route, or I could easily go the route of like hyper independence.
I don't need you. If you break my heart, I don't care.
Exactly. So I think it's right now I'm bidding on love by just practicing healthy interdependence.
Come on, somebody. That
cross,
interdependence gonna do it every time.
Right. And it's just like, I know I have private times, and like I still take myself out on solo dates. Like I've gone on 2 massages by myself.
Period. By myself. Why would I go with someone else? Because then I'm thinking like, what's going on with his? I can't be bothered with that. I'm here for me.
But I do go on like a lot of times people are like, but you have a boyfriend. Why did you do that by yourself? And I'm like, damn, because I need time for myself. So I think like
now I hate me because I got him.
Right. Like I think sometimes people look at me different. Like I'm planning a solo vacation trip that he knows about. Well, I'm like, I need to leave LA for a little bit and go on like a solo.
You can meet me at the tail end of it if you want.
No.
That's okay. That's
you.
That's you. Okay.
But me, I'm like,
come at all.
I told him, I was like, he said, he goes, you know what? I know that I'm going to reap the benefits of it when you get back. I'm going to come back. You know what I mean? I'm going to come back a refreshed woman with a different perspective.
It's like, actually,
right. And so I think for me, bidding on love looks like loving myself in a way that is fruitful, not only for my romantic relationship, but also like fruitful at my church community, making sure I'm not burning myself out so that I could be a better coworker, better friend, better daughter, a better sister, a better all of it. Partner, all of it. So that's how I'm bidding on
a better you.
Yeah. Spoiling myself in luxurious ways, because I think I can budget.
Amen.
I budget on myself a little bit, and then don't be budgeting on other people. I spoil other people, and then don't spoil myself.
I'm so that way. I'll blow the bag on somebody else. Don't get me wrong. I'll do a little something for me here and there now, but it's like I think about it way more than I would for someone else. Like someone else, I pull the trigger. But for me, I'm like, well, let me think about it for a week or two, and then we'll see, and then maybe in a month, like, you know what I mean?
So I did honestly think about this vacation. I was like, if it was me and like a girl's trip, or if it was me and my man, like, what would I do? I was like, I would do that experience. I would do this. I would go out to that restaurant. I would choose all my outfits for every single day and like pair the shoes with this. I would, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm doing that, but by myself.
And that's how we bid on you. Period. Yes. I love that. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Marissa.
I'm so proud of you. Like,
I love this.
What in the world? But thank y'all for watching. We love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We'll see you next time.
Mwah.